Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fitz's Guinea Vision. So, as some of you know, Jane had been diagnosed with heart disease this past Tuesday on, I don't even know what date it was. I think it was May 2nd or May 3rd. Maybe May 4th. Somewhere around that time frame. Well, today is Saturday, but last night at 5:30 p.m., Jane crossed the Rainbow Bridge. I'm sad to say that. I'm going to be giving her a proper burial today. I guess things were a lot worse than what we thought. I have so many questions, so many unanswered questions, and I don't know what to think, how to feel. I'm a mixture of emotions. I had to clean out her little area in the cage today. So Eliza is currently in a 3x2 because yesterday I was advised to separate the two of them so that Jane had an opportunity to try and eat. And not long after getting off the phone with the vet, that's when she crossed the bridge. And I cried like a baby for over an hour, and then again later at night before bed. And then I cried again just before. And it doesn't help that I'm trying to get over this cold. So I'm trying to take care of me, but trying to take care of the pigs. And I'm not sure what my next plan is going to be. I am not sure if I'm just going to leave Jane like this in a 3x2 just to live side by side the trio, or if I'm going to try and bond them all. I don't know what I'm going to do. But for now, I'm going to try and get maybe a little stuffy of some kind for Eliza. But I'm going to keep an eye on her for depression and all that and see how things go. Some people say the guinea pigs don't get depressed. Other people say they do. I really don't know because I'm not a guinea pig, so I don't know how guinea pigs truly feel. Do we as humans reflect our emotions on the animal? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think anyone will ever truly know the answer to that. But in the long run, Jane was 7 years old. She was a geriatric senior piggy. Excuse me. And even though I only rescued her in January and she'd only been with me for 4 months, that was the best 4 months that I could say I've ever had with a guinea pig. Especially, learning about senior piggies and what their behaviors are like and everything, because if you compare a senior piggy to a little pup, not a puppy dog, but a baby guinea pig is known as a pup if you didn't already know that. And A baby pup will have lots and lots of energy. They will do like a lot of zoomies and popcorns and stuff. And sometimes a senior guinea pig will do a popcorn here and there, depending on what their situation is. Sometimes they will do zoomies, but other times they won't. Senior piggies tend to rest and sleep more. That's why it's always important to observe your guinea pigs, because if they're sleeping a lot more than what they normally would sleep, then there's chances are a medical problem happening. And Jane did very, very, very well at hiding a lot of her medical issues, because I never would have suspected heart disease. I never would have suspected a enlarged ovary. I'm still trying to find out more information about what an enlarged ovary is. I know that it is usually something to do with the hormones in their body, but that's all I know. So I'm going to look into doing more. I was trying to move the camera so that you could see her, and she ran. But I don't know anything more than the fact that Jane had heart disease and an enlarged ovary. She could have also been battling a URI or pneumonia. Well, probably not pneumonia. But maybe. I don't know. Because none of the other guinea pigs are showing symptoms, but look how long it potentially took for Jane to show any symptoms that she was feeling under the weather. I noticed symptoms basically less than a week before she crossed the bridge. So this brings me to my next point that I want to talk to you about. A lot of people don't bring their guinea pigs to a vet. And I do understand why now. Because guinea pigs are prey animals and they hide their illness extremely well. And I'm not going to say all the time, because sometimes it is very treatable and minor, and other times it is more serious, such as in Jane's case. But with my situation with Jane, I feel like with the vet knowing and telling me that Jane had an enlarged ovary, and then the heart disease, and considering her age as 7 years old. Now remember, the average lifespan of a guinea pig is 4 to 8 in captivity. So yes, there's a chance Jane could have, been around with me for another year, maybe 2 if if we were lucky. But there's no guarantees on that. And based on everything, I honestly feel like maybe the vet should have told me and just given me the option of humanely having her euthanized and help her cross the bridge so that she didn't have to suffer. Because I got to witness Jane passing away. And I'm going to spare the details. Excuse me. And I'm going to spare the image of how I found her. I don't feel that that's respectable for me to show like that. But it wasn't pleasant. If you've ever had a very close family member in the hospital and on their deathbed, or if you've ever watched someone really close to you, whether it's an animal or another human being, if you've ever watched them basically on their deathbed dying, and then have them pass away in your arms or holding your hand or anything like that, you know how traumatizing it is. And sadly, I've had to witness that one too many times. Between my late husband, between other pets in the past, and then now witnessing that with Jane. I had I had someone a couple of days ago make a comment on one of my Facebook groups on the post, and they basically called me a guinea pig murderer because I made the suggestion that if the treatments didn't work, I would have to look at euthanization. Naturally, that's not something I want to do, but I didn't want to see her suffer, and sadly, I saw her suffer. So, going back to an older video where I talked about we need to judge people less when we don't know the situation, I stand by that. I'm going to link that video in the iCards for anyone who has not seen that video yet. Now, the message about not judging others without knowing the situation, that goes about cage sizes, that goes about animal care, that goes about whether someone chooses to bring their animal to a vet or not. Now, I don't regret bringing Jane to the vet because I found out what was medically wrong with her. I didn't get to find out how severe it was. But at least I know why she died or what the reason was. So I can comfortably, know I did everything in my power to help her. And although that doesn't make it any easier, at least I could know in my heart that it wasn't something that I did, and it wasn't like something that I fed her that shouldn't have fed her, that kind of situation. So, right now I have basically a big 2x2 section behind Eliza over here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that space yet. Now, I know some of you might say, well, why don't you get another guinea pig? Get a baby guinea pig or a friend for her. I could do that. But right now, I don't think I'm ready for that. So, I'm just going to keep an eye on her for the week. She's got the trio side by side to her, so she's not completely alone. And once I'm feeling better and I'm over this cold, then I will possibly look into bonding her with the trio. And we'll see from there. But I just wanted to kind of let you all know what happened to Jane. That she's no longer with us, sadly, and sorry. I miss her. I miss Jane. I really loved her. told myself I wasn't gonna cry on this video. And yet here I am crying. Again,